This is WIUR Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the fall finale of the Booth Review on WIUR Radio. I'm Robbie Basil, the president of WIUR, and your host, as always, joined alongside JJ Seglio to my right and Chase Caridi to my left, two guys who actually have called or will call WIUR games with me this week. Chase did an excellent job on Wednesday night with Iona women's basketball defeating UMass Lowell. He'll touch on that later. And JJ and I will be calling the game tonight. Iona and Quinnipiac, the biggest game of the 2025 calendar. It's the Gales, it's the Bobcats. Coverage starting 6:50 WIUR on Mixlr. It's not on YouTube, it's on Mixlr. But there's so much to talk about today, and we will give you live updates of the World Cup draw because it's actually going on. The whole ceremony is underway in DC at the Kennedy Center, but we will not be addressing that because we have other stuff to talk about.
We do.
Though we will address like, oh, the US got drawn with like Morocco or something and we're absolutely cooked, or we got drilled like the Italy playoff in Norway. But we will touch on that if we have a chance to throughout our show today. What we can talk about though is the game tonight. We're going to start there with the Iona men's basketball team, who actually got a big bounce back win on Monday.
Huge.
They take on the Bobcats, the projected number one team in the conference. The Gales were a little bit under the radar, but a lot of people are thinking they can make a run for a MAC title. The journey to AC truly starts tonight, JJ, and it's with a Gales group that have started to find their footing, especially with that win on Monday.
Oh my God. I mean, the Delaware game they were shooting the absolute lights out. I'm pretty sure they shot 47 a clip throughout the entire game. I believe it was around 57% in the first half. And they flat out dominated. CJ Anthony with a new career high, 26 points. He was very efficient. The Gales had 5 double-digit scores with Lamine Sabali, Denver Anglin, CJ Anthony, I believe, Toby Harris, and Luke Jungers were the 5 double-digit scorers. For another dominant win, Gales won 89-66 in Delaware. And I don't even think the play on the court was the worst thing for the Blue Hens because the production crew was not the greatest.
Yeah, well, we could talk about that all we want, but Chase, we more focus on the play on the court on this show. And with the way that Iona team looked on Monday, you're hoping, if you're a fan of the Gales, that it's a sign of things to come as the season progresses.
Absolutely. And as we await tonight, really starting out the conference play, finally getting some Friday night action, we all await that. And of course, you two will be doing a great job on the call for that tonight.
You'll be with us too.
Yes, you will be with us tonight.
Make sure to stay in on halftime, back in minutes, and all that good stuff. But back to this game, again, against Delaware, as you just said, a great breakdown, just offensively, really doing exactly what they've done best in their wins. They had a bit of a skid there in the Paradise Jam tournament, getting losses to back both Akron and Green Bay. And so you needed this bounce back real win before you went back into the HAC and having this big time game against Quinnipiac. So I think they did show again that this is a team that is not just going to beat down on easy opponents and then just get, clobbered when things get tough. They are going to continue to fight, and I hope to continue to see those winning ways hopefully tonight.
Chase Pito, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best to ever do it.
We'll see what happens tonight when Amari Monroe enters the HAC once again.
The neighborhood hero from my hometown of Newburgh, New York.
For reference, for the way Iona have played, the Gales lost 2 of 3 at Paradise Jam, as Chase mentioned, losing to Akron, had that crazy win over Oregon State that we didn't get to talk
about. Down by
19
points. Luke Jungers with a shot that would make the legendary Bill Rafferty say onions.
It was
what a comeback.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And the fact that I went to 2 overtimes. Did anyone see how long we led for in that game? I think it was like 4 minutes.
Yeah, it was around that. And then
brilliant
to make up from a disgusting performance against the Akron Zips. And then
That Zips team though looks pretty.
they're going to be a 4 or 5 seed in March
I
Madness.
don't know about 4 or 5.
Maybe, but they're going to be a
they-
higher seed and win their conference.
That's a
potentially.
fun team to watch out in the smaller.
Yet they
version of
did
the
lose to Yale though in the Paradise Jam
Another
Championship.
Good team, another good team to watch out
Yale
for.
was
The Yale
really good.
Bulldogs. Actually, I believe they're ranked inside the Ken Palm top like
They
75.
might be. I'm gonna have to look right now.
I know
But the other
Akron are.
game-
But there's more to touch on with Iona men's basketball as well. And I'll actually let you talk about this one because it's going to be a focus on our broadcast tonight, JJ, with the forward play.
76. They just missed the cut.
Really?
Yeah.
With the
And
Bobcats,
Akron's 54.
the forward play of Quinnipiac has been
Yes.
very impressive this season with the pair of Zimmerman and Monroe. What's going to be the biggest key for Iona to shut them down tonight?
Well, the biggest key for the Gales tonight is they have to do something that they have not done all season, and that is play defense. They have to guard the 3 like their lives are on the line. You cannot let Monroe and Zimmerman get open in transition. You have to be able to attack the glass offensively and make them take bad shots, force them to have to make second or third passes. You don't want them to get an open look. You don't want them to drive the lane. You want to clog them, play some good trap defense, tight pressure defense, and really just shut down any open looks they have because those guys can shoot.
They really can. And let's go to the women's game now, Chase. A big win for the Gales on Wednesday night. The Gales have won 4 in a row. They've been sneaky on a sneaky hot streak.
Undefeated at home this
They
season, if
are.
I'm not mistaken.
Both teams are undefeated at home, by the way. So the Hack it's going back to its old ways.
Stadium Pulse is at a fever pitch when they play at the Hack.
But talk about the women's game from Wednesday because the matchup between these two last year, Iona playing UMass Lowell, it was a slow, not very entertaining matchup with UMass Lowell getting the win in Massachusetts. This game was completely different. While there were plenty of foul calls, Iona looked much better, and it was led by someone who hasn't really been scoring that much this season, Ella Fajardo.
Yes, Fajardo getting 20 points in that matchup. Obviously, we look to the big names like Middleton, Ward, Zaccanini, and they all had their moments and were able to contribute to this win. But again, it came down to what I think, Coach Ann Shimiwa said coming out of the Turkey tip-off tournament that they won over the Thanksgiving weekend, and that was just pressing. Great defensive effort on all ends, making UMass Lowell really uncomfortable in that matchup. That first quarter, like we said, a stark contrast from last year's matchup. There was much more offensive firepower between both of these teams. But again, it came down to the defense and not letting any kind of real pattern or rhythm found in the offense of UMass Lowell. They got some moments where they even got the lead in the second half. But again, it just felt like Iona was in the driver's seat this whole time. And it's felt like that for the last 4 straight wins that they've had. And they continue to try to look forward in their winning ways at Navy next.
Yes, they're playing the Midshipmen, a game last year that went down to the wire as well. Navy only winning by, I believe, 2 or 3.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
a
something around
one-possession
that.
game all the way, but it was Navy who came out on top against the Gales last year. They left to get revenge in Annapolis in the coming days. It'll actually be a very fun matchup.
I
with the
may
guard
have
play
to
of
try and
Iona.
watch that one for sure.
That
But
will be
something that really caught my eye about this Quinnipiac Iona game, the Gales are favored by 3.5
Oh, it's at
points
the
against the
3.5 now.
Bobcats. Yes.
It was at 2.5.
Gales are on ESPN's
last
matchup
night.
predictor, 64.9% chance to win.
We'll see.
The Hack is truly becoming a legitimate, atmosphere.
And with how much, what
We're going to get a sellout tonight, no question.
We'll
about
see
it.
about that one. But what I love, guys, I think we could both agree with, all 3 of us can agree with this. One, the MAC play is going to be as exciting as it's been since Rick Pitino was.
Oh,
here.
yeah. No
The
question.
teams that were in that pool, that final year of Rick Pitino, were rock solid. Now we're in a MAC, gentlemen, where I think there's a fair argument that you could pick 5 or 6 teams to win the conference. For me, years past, it was Quinnipiac are the favorite, or it's going to be Marist, or you can pick an underdog and maybe say us, or like last year's MAC tournament was exactly what you were hoping for, with chaos, top seeds losing.
Were you in
Unfortunately,
Atlantic City for the semifinal?
I was not. I was here.
Oh, my God.
I was here. I was here the whole time because I called baseball that weekend.
Oh, you did tell me
So
that.
I called Iona Mount St. Mary's. They're playing actually a 3-game weekend series the weekend of the MAC tournament. And we did the baseball game in the afternoon, and I came back and I called that game in the studio. I sat right here, and we went out and lost. So that's not the result, of course, I are hoping for. But when you're looking at the standings and the win,
You called the championship game on the radio?
on right here, yeah, I sat right here. I did it by myself. It was a very frustrating game from my own perspective.
They could not hit water if they fell out of a boat in the second half.
But let's look at the standings real quick in the MAC. Of course, only 2 MAC games have been played. Of course, Merrimack and Sacred Heart pulling out wins early on. But when you look at the records and who some of these schools have played, with the most significant win being Quinnipiac beating an ACC school in Pittsburgh.
Well, Pittsburgh is definitely
It's still the highest win
that is
anyone's
true,
had
but
this season.
Pittsburgh is falling off the pit. Well, we also beat a Pac-12 school in Oregon State Beavers.
Comment down below. What win was more significant?
One was a
I
19-point
believe-
comeback.
I believe for me, it was the Quinnipiac win was the most significant win of
Fair enough.
2025 so far for our conference, with the Bobcats having a true road game, going on the road to Pitt and getting a big time win led by Amari Monroe. When you look at the conference, though, there's 6 or 7 teams that can win it, possibly.
There are, and the big one that I feel like no one's really talking about, and a lot of people have this team in bracketology, the Siena Saints, on a
That-
5-game
it's-
heater.
I told you all a couple weeks ago about them, but Siena have won 5 in a row.
Yeah, I had them in 5th.
Siena have won 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Granted, they've had the worst, like the easy strength of schedule to get there.
To think that they should have also won that Colgate game if it wasn't for the half-court
That's
shot
right.
from God, basically, is what that was.
But Chase, looking at the standings and where they are now, how excited are you for MAC play in the next couple of months? For the next couple of months of MAC men's basketball conference play.
Well, I'm very excited because, as we've said, it's starting in just this past week, getting to actually really see these teams play each other, and that's when it's going to matter most, especially as we get to the end of the season. But it's been really fun seeing how all these teams have worked so far. Obviously, we talked about Siena having a 5-game win streak. Obviously, that's what's most probably looked out. But again, it's really hard to lock down on really any single opponent or team as a total to potentially run away with anything. So again, I think it's going to be a really tight race all the way to the end, and I'm going to enjoy every single second of it.
The march to AC has begun. Well, yeah, it has begun because the MAC play opened on Wednesday night with Sacred Heart playing that thriller against the Mount. We'll step aside. You already know what time it is for the last time in the semester. It's time to talk the NFL, and it is time to see how bad we were with picks. You will find out our terrible records for the last 2 weeks, actually, when we return on WIUR, the Iona University Radio Network.
This is WIUR Radio.
Hi, I'm Becca Bittner, the host of Iona University's news show, Good Morning Gales. My co-host, Nick Waltieri, and I cover everything that's going on here at Gale Nation. We give you all the buzzing campus news you need to know before your first cup of coffee every Friday morning. Make sure to check out our morning show, along with our sports show, Gale Zone, on our IUTV Instagram and YouTube. With hosts Cam Woolley and Chris Solaro, you'll get sports updates from the Hines Athletic Center to the big leagues. See you there, and as always, go Gales. Now, back to WIUR.
Welcome back to
Utter incompetence.
Yeah, I mean, if you like horrible game picks, terrible puns, and multiple 6-7 references for no reason, you've come to the right place. Welcome back to WIUR and the Booth Review, the season finale of the Booth Review. And hopefully I'll be with these two gentlemen come this spring, and we'll talk about the spring more towards the end of today's show. But let's set the tone for how terrible we've been the last 2 weeks at this. JJ, I know this is something we usually highlight at the end of the show. Please read us.
We
our
need to
picks.
talk about it.
We
All
need
right.
to talk about it.
We
because
got to talk about
We got to
it.
talk about it. Let's do it.
Here we go. So we start off with the man to my far left, Chase Caridi, who is riding a heater because his Buffalo Bills have remembered how to play football.
Well,
Allegedly.
that's debatable.
Allegedly.
I don't think you get to say that.
Anyway,
We're so
he
back.
started off with a win
At least
against.
we beat the Panthers.
He started off with a. We don't talk about that. If I had $150,000, I'd buy a football team. There you go. I said it, you Panther sickos. You broke me. Anyway.
F's in chat for him. F's in chat for him because his Rams lost.
No, hold on.
No, you get muted for this. F's in chat for him because the Panthers beat the Rams. Unbelievable. You know, we've talked
Wild.
about pretty bad wins and pretty bad results this season. One that will not be topped, of course, is the Jets getting no yards and almost beating the Broncos. This has to be up there. What the heck was that?
The one.
We're starting with this now.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna just
what
say this
the
right.
heck
Didn't
was
expect
that
to
for
go that way,
Stafford?
but
Two interceptions.
I would just like
What
to
is
say
that?
this was karma for the shenanigans I pulled earlier in the season. When the Packers lost to the Panthers, I clowned a million Packers fans. When the Bills were set to play the Panthers, I said this would be a potential trap game for the Bills. And what happens?
Wasn't even
My
close.
team, who was ranked at number 1 in the power rankings, according to me,
And like multiple other people across
Pretty much the whole world.
we were the number 1 team in the league, lost to the Carolina Panthers.
Bryce Young is inevitable.
We
My
lost to-
short king.
We lost to Carolina Mike, a rapper from Charlotte, North Carolina, Bryce Young, and whatever Rod Wave has to do with the Panthers.
Federal
man.
McMillan's good.
So, yeah.
It was
What
a
was it?
nice fourth down touchdown
I
pass.
understand.
man.
Ooh,
That was
They waited
crazy.
until the very last time to not only screw me, but screw me. in
Jalen
fantasy.
Coker, the breakout is real.
Oh my
Jalen Coker
God.
is
He is
Yeah.
here,
Let me
baby.
just say this though, for the record, and this is like my honest opinion. I have ranked the Los Angeles Rams number 1 in the NFL 5 times over the course of the last 5
Aren't you
years.
0-5 when that happens?
They are 0-5 the week after I ranked them number 1.
See, he learns nothing. But
Oh.
what we've learned over the last couple of weeks,
The Carolina Panthers are the Jacksonville Jaguars of the NFC.
no,
That
it's,
is what they
it-
are.
they're like the Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars of this
Whoa.
show.
We don't have to talk about H-Town just yet.
We'll get to
No,
Houston.
because you never picked
Destiny.
them. And then here we are. We all made that mistake, obviously.
Well,
you know.
guess what?
Whoa.
The game was not on
Choosing the Texans.
because you only chose Thanksgiving. It wasn't on the slate, so no one got deducted for
I
it.
know you got lucky for that.
I did
but
get lucky.
we can focus on Carolina for a second. I mean, the NFC South chase. We haven't really talked about it all semester.
It's a race.
My
Weird
goodness,
division.
it's a race. And the team I had winning it is nowhere near it. So perfect. Thanks,
And who-
Falcons.
Why on earth would you take them?
Yes.
Drake
You
London.
gotta see a better chance of choosing the Saints.
Drake London.
You want to know what the best part
The
is?
corner secondary.
And
on
I
that
do
team.
have to bring this up is the fact that even though the Rams lost, they still won that week because the Jets beat the Falcons. The Jets beat the Falcons.
We did. We did.
The Rams still won.
Barely. Yes.
We
did.
still won, even
did.
when we lose.
We did beat the Falcons.
One of the worst trades I've seen in a while.
Oh, you've seen nothing yet. Have you seen Jamal Adams? Like,
Well, yeah,
For-
forgot about that one.
To be fair, though, what did the
two
Seahawks?
first round picks for Jamal Adams.
What did the
My goodness,
Seahawks
Jamal
even?
Adams,
What did the Seahawks even get for that? I mean, the Jets got Bradley McDougald and
the two first
Garrett
round picks.
Wilson.
We got Garrett Wilson and
Johnson?
No, that would be AVT probably.
Not bad.
That's not
Regardless, though,
So let's talk about the Panthers more because they deserve some credit. While they did get outplayed in terms of total yards, the one stat that they didn't get outplayed in was the turnover margin, Mr. Caridi. 3 turnovers forced by the Carolina Panthers, who have a defense that have been sneaky underrated all season as well. Talk to us about the Panthers because that's probably their most impressive win so far.
Yeah, I mean, they did go out and beat the Packers, and that was a big kind of game that people thought, oh, this
Yeah.
in
team's gonna be really
Lambeau,
good.
by the way.
But again, like you said, it's been kind of a roller coaster for them this season because obviously Bryce Young had that really strong game against the Falcons, and then people say, well, it's the Falcons. Who cares if you got the record for that team? You go out the next week, you lose to the Niners, in Santa Clara, and it thinks, okay, this is a team that's kind of middling, but this is a big time win, I think, against obviously a team that almost everyone has had as a consensus number 1 team in the NFL, in the LA Rams, and
Myself included.
they just had, them playing uncharacteristically. Stafford has been, almost pinpoint precise with passing throughout the season, having a couple of turnovers there, and just overall that offense continuing to push forward throughout the matchup, not even just relying on the two-headed running back monster of Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle, but having Bryce kind of air it out a little bit, using guys like Ted McMillan and, like we said, Jalen Coker, just playing and executing is exactly what they did in that matchup, and having the Rams make a couple mistakes too, and it ended up being a big time win
Yeah,
for the
it
Panthers.
was. It definitely was. And Chuba Hubbard was another big factor for the Panthers that game.
How many yards do you have?
believe he had over 100.
No one had over 100 rushing.
What I will say is there is
Blake Corum's being your leading running back.
Blake Corum honestly had a really good game.
Should
Like
have had 83
Blake
yards.
Corum actually had a really good game.
He's kind of driving me nuts because I have Kyron Williams and they're not using him.
Dude, Sam.
Tell me about it.
You have 4 points in the biggest week of my
Anyway.
season.
No, he had 11.
No, he had like 5.
He had more than
No, you got a
5.
touchdown.
He had a touchdown.
He had a touchdown.
Yes. He had the go-ahead
He
touchdown
had like 11
after.
or 12 points.
By the way, I
it
would
was
just
still
like
way
to say,
too low, but
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
my
understand.
whole team sold me that. week.
Every single game where Puka Nakua makes a godlike catch, we lose. Look at this catch.
nah, Traylon Burks
Hang
was
it
better.
in the loop.
Traylon
Brock
Burks.
Bowers was better.
And then
Traylon-
Traylon
Traylon
Burks decided to.
Traylon Burks' catch was better.
And then Traylon Burks decided to just say, "Hold my beer.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
know- you know, I'm not gonna
basically.
forget that Brock Bowers catch right there.
That was a good catch.
All right.
I'm gonna copy.
Come
I'm just gonna copy Odell Beckham.
Let's
But
let's take a look at the other results because we have so much to talk about from the holiday slate.
and we
Well,
can
actually,
do this through our horrific picks.
Yes, we can.
Oh, yeah, we
So
did.
Go for
let's
it.
start
Let's
off.
go back to that.
Okay, back to
the-
where we
Back
started.
to where we started again.
Sorry for the
On my
tangent.
far left is Mr. Chase Caridi, the allegedly very disgruntled Buffalo Bills fan.
Correct.
There we go. He started off with a win for the Chicago Bears. Then the Colts
You
lost
I don't even remember
Bears?
who they played. Who they played 2 weeks ago?
the Steelers.
Oh, we're going that far back.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Steelers. They suck.
Guess
They're
who
so
took the
bad.
Big Steelers
Yeah, we know.
again.
We know.
The glass is half empty. The glass is
You
half
never
empty on
learn.
the Steelers.
You
I literally
learn
never
nothing.
learned.
If only urinating truth was watching.
Unbelievable.
Danny Herb has brainwashed me. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's why.
Shout out my guy Cuse. Anyway,
Use your head. Man.
and I'm sorry that we beat them 70.
Next game.
I'm sorry we beat them 70 to
Next
7.
Next
game.
game.
Next game, he took an L with the Colts against the Chiefs.
Ah, man.
Did anyone?
I
pick
forgot
Chiefs?
about all these matchups.
We did.
No, you guys both took the Chiefs.
Woo! Yeah. Eagles versus Cowboys. He got himself another win.
Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, I also picked
Yeah.
those
Bucks Rams.
What a blow by them.
We all got wins.
Good.
What a terrible Sunday.
No, it was great. I was streaming it. I was having fun.
Yeah, Teddy,
I
Teddy
mean,
two gloves.
it was awesome.
So many
Yeah.
injuries. Like,
Yeah,
We had
ridiculous.
fun. I loved it. We won.
Good.
Yeah.
And then
We're
the
happy for you.
Panthers, Chase took a W with the 49ers.
Why did I pick the Panthers?
You picked oh, you were riding that high of Bryce Young's career high
yeah.
yards.
I picked the wrong week to take the Panthers.
Tough.
That's the
1 week
wor-
later.
One
So
week
close.
later, he does
So
that.
close to perfection.
All right, so
So
Chase, you opened the weekend at 4-1, and now we head
Nice.
to Thanksgiving.
Well, we don't have to talk about Thanksgiving.
The Lions lost.
It's a
The
sad
Chiefs
day.
lost.
Dirty
The
household.
Ravens lost.
Did we all go 0?
To be fair, no,
Hold
you
on,
chose
hold
the Packers.
I'll go next.
You,
All right,
you,
you went
sucked.
4-4. Next up is me. I took the Steelers. I never learned. 0-1.
Good.
I took the
Ridiculous.
Chiefs. Got that one back.
Yeah.
Then I took the Eagles. Not good.
Good.
1 and 2.
Brutal.
Rams won. Niners won. I'm 3 and 2.
Why did I not pick the freaking Niners?
I don't know.
Bryce Young had a career game. Come on now.
I got it right. I called it. I said the Packers were going to win in Detroit, and that's exactly what they did. I
Such a
will take
disappointment
that
this
one.
year.
That makes me 4 and 2.
Did anyone take the Bengals?
Nope.
Damn it.
No, man. Why would we?
I was making sure that no
Wait,
one made a
did
pick
we
We didn't
all-
know that would have the
wait.
worst game
Did
ever.
we all go 4?
We might have all gone
Yes.
I
for it.
We
think
did.
we all
We
went
did.
4-4.
Thanks, Thanksgiving, for 2 upsets. Nice.
Wait, I gotta count this up. Okay. How many losses I have?
This is awesome.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You know, we suck at this, and we've said this for weeks. Well, some of us have been bad. This guy. I've
You've
been
been
terrible at this
terrible.
all season. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, you're really in that holiday spirit right now. I forgot to bring my Christmas sweater today because I left it at my house.
I unfortunately forgot my Santa hat. I was gonna wear it today.
I-
Very disappointed I didn't.
Come on, man.
Probably
If
for
I
the
could-
best.
If I could have worn it on the broadcast tonight, I would have.
Whoa.
But I can't.
Bring it.
Buddy.
You can bring it.
I can't. It's all the way back in Newburgh.
Oh, that's an F's in chat for him.
See if
Like,
I can find it in my house.
I have to go to the
We'll all be
doc. I
wearing
might
matching
just
Santa
run to
hats.
CVS and get it.
I'm not going back to Mineola for that. I'm sorry.
I will run to CVS. I will get us 2 Santa hats.
Nah, man. Save your money.
Damn it. They're only
You
like
could-
3.
He could save his money just like the Jets are trying to save their season by actually winning games
What
now.
a win, man.
What a win.
Can we get some cheers?
Yeah.
Hell
big.
yeah.
Nick Folk with a 56-yarder.
Teammate
Eric,
of Aaron Glenn.
Eric Glenn played with this guy.
Fire.
And you know, that reminded me of something, Robbie, because at the Islanders game last night, by the way, shout out the Islanders, a 6-3 win over the best team in hockey, the Colorado Colorado Avalanche. There was an interview before the game, Robbie, where are you playing iMessage games?
No, I'm just texting somebody.
Fair
Why would I
enough.
be playing iMessage games in the middle of our show?
Because you're like that.
Those are pretty fun.
They are pretty fun. You know
He's
what-
not wrong.
You know what else was fun? Watching the Islanders put up 4 straight goals on the Avalanche last night.
Yeah.
They flat out annihilated them. But there was an interview that was going on before the game where new MSG reporter Thomas Hickey, sure you remember that
Oh my
guy,
god, dude.
was doing
He's
an
on MSG now?
was doing an
I don't watch enough
interview
Islanders games.
with Casey Cizikas.
2 old heads.
And I'm like,
wow.
wait a second, didn't these guys play with each other?
They're on the same line together, I think.
Yes, they were. And I'm like, that just reminded me of Aaron Glenn and Nick Folk.
There you
So
go.
yeah, there's your shot for the Islanders. Cue right back where we started
So-
from. They destroyed Colorado.
So the Jets, 2 weeks ago, we'll start with this. They got destroyed by the Ravens.
Not
That
good.
game was
Yeah.
terrible.
Horrible football game. Lamar
Um,
did absolutely nothing in that game.
You know, here's what
Been
here's
doing
what
that for a
pisses
while
me
now.
off. And you know, what's weird is that up until last week, the Jets lost 11 in a row after scoring first. And we
That's-
scored first
That's
with
absurd.
John Mechie, who's actually been pretty competent for us. Him and AD Mitchell. What is this about? Like, do we actually have receivers now?
AD Mitchell is a good receiver. He just gets a lot of bad rep because he fumbled the ball against the Rams in the back of the end zone, which was hilarious.
Yeah, but he drops the ball a lot. It kind
Not
of
anymore,
annoys
though,
me.
so.
He is still leading our team in drops from the last couple of weeks.
Even with Arian Smith on your team,
He doesn't
Wait,
play.
how many targets
that
did he
makes
get?
sense.
AD Mitchell,
No, Arian Smith.
Who
Like
gets more
two.
targets, Arian Smith or Jackson Hawes?
Jackson Hawes for
Dude,
sure.
it's the Bills' offense. It's
80
obviously Jackson
Arian
Hawes.
Smith doesn't. Arian
Mono?
Smith gets the Jets.
Arian
swing
He's
to the
Smith.
leading in
left.
targets.
Arian Smith or Tyrell
That-
Schaefer?
That's
Now,
Arian
now you're
Smith.
asking stupid questions.
Yeah,
Shavers
yeah.
by a billion.
Obviously, it's
By
Schaefer.
a billion
You're-
shavers.
Shavers are.
Brandon
Shaver-
Cooks makes things a little bit more
Brandon
complicated.
Cooks
We'll
is-
talk about Brandon Cooks in a second.
How is Brandon Cook still in the
Do we
league?
have to?
Well, he made a catch.
How is he
Unfortunately,
still in the
He
league?
did more that game than Jamison Williams did on that Sunday.
Seriously,
So-
how is he still in the
So
league?
let's finish the Jets because they deserve to be talked about again. So John Mechie did score. Somehow our leading receiver for the last couple of weeks, I still think is Brees Hall.
Yeah.
which
That
is
makes
kind of
sense.
pathetic. Brees Hall obviously doing an audition to sign with the Kansas City Chiefs next year. I think everyone knows that.
That's if they don't draft Jeremiah Love, which would be that would literally be our
Yeah, but-
worst nightmare if
Kind
the
of a
Chiefs
movie,
get
though.
Love.
Brees
Oh my
Hall,
Lord.
imagine him being paired with like a Javonte Williams on the Cowboys.
Shout out Javonte Williams. He had a touchdown last
Hey,
night.
more
Don't play.
that could work. I mean, I don't know if the Cowboys have cap space to do that. But speaking of Brees
You think they
Hall,
spend a lot more on
the
defense?
Jets did. Yeah, they've tried that before. No,
They tried
Cowboys?
sign defensive players.
what? It hasn't worked
I mean,
out for them.
traded for
Hey, they were
Quentin
good for
Williams.
like 1 week after they beat the Chiefs, and then they got dismantled by the Lions.
Yes,
Yeah.
they did. So the Jets followed up that mess by scoring first again. And, you know, did they blow it for a minute? Yeah, they did. But actually, but what I love,
In an absolutely disgusting day at MetLife Stadium.
what I love is that we're actually starting to throw the ball more than 5 yards.
Tyrod Taylor, man.
Thank God.
Tyrod Taylor.
I was so frustrated with this offense for months and months. And now we're throwing deep balls to AD Mitchell.
And
Yeah.
he caught it.
He
And
caught
he
And it
it.
was a
caught it.
touchdown.
Granted, he was falling down.
Literally
Yeah.
fall. Well, it was
Someone made a
Yeah.
TikTok edit. It was like dun 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 dun. Come like the rain coming down or something. I don't remember the title of the song, but someone made an edit with it, and I was gonna post it on my story, but then I forgot to. Like I'm an
I thought it was that. No,
No,
that song.
well because isn't it like come
Come watch the rain as it's falling down.
Someone did that because it was raining and AD Mitchell caught the ball. He didn't drop it.
Shout out, rest in peace to Lil
He
Pete.
did catch it and he got a touchdown.
Yes, he did.
Unbelievable. The Jets followed it up by allowing a field goal, then we got a field goal, and then David Sills scored. And I thought that's where we lost it. But then stupid penalties didn't happen to the Jets.
That's a
It was
first.
on the Falcons. 3rd and 21, roughing the unnecessary roughness on the Falcons.
They're idiots.
And then they move the ball down the field. And it's Tyrod Taylor who rushes it in.
that will go down as
And
one
then
of
the
the worst
Falcons
trades ever.
punted. And then we punted. And then they punted again because they got another holding
Mm.
penalty.
Punts
So Tyrod Taylor decides to move the ball down the field
with his legs.
legs. Because throwing is eyewash, overrated. BS, Have
You
ever-
should know very well about that because all Josh Allen does is try to run.
Well, he can't exactly throw to receivers who can't catch
That
or
is
get
true. The
separation.
receivers cannot
Yeah,
catch.
Coleman though, big touchdown this week.
Did a Steeler corner get benched?
No, he did not.
He did not. Yeah.
Maybe that's why there's such a
But the
cancer.
Jets-
So Darius Slay did
organization.
quit.
Yes, he did quit, and now he's with Buffalo. I'm
It's
pretty
a
sure.
long story. We'll get into it.
Yeah. So the Jets did win. Do I like that we won? Yeah, I'm kind of tired of this thing called losing. Obviously, none of my teams like to win. Have we watched the Brooklyn Nets this season?
You're a Nets fan?
There's like photos of me. Like I used to like the Nets like when they first got back to Brooklyn, and because I remember the story. Like my brother had like a Knicks jersey. I always like being in rivals with my brother. So my mom got me a Darren Williams Nets jersey. I had the full fit. I kind of followed them like sporadically because they've been horrific. I didn't even follow them when they had Kevin Durant, so I really can't call myself a Nets fan.
Well,
'Cause I just like suffering.
better
That's
people just
why
call you a
Nets-
bandwagon.
Michael
anyway.
Porter Jr. He's not.
Just not
He's
be.
been kinda
just
nice
be a
this year,
casual, Just be a
They're
regular.
still like
NBA.
I think they have like what 3 wins.
I don't know.
Something like
Just-
that.
just
Wait a
be-
second. Did they have the same amount of wins as the Jets?
I think they might.
That's kind of funny. No, I actually kind of back that because
They have 5. They have more wins.
They're on the
than
up.
New York
They're on the up, man.
well, yeah, because their season
Yeah, they
started
play
a
like 10
month and a
times
half
more
ago
games.
and like started half.
Well,
They did lose last night to my boy Walter Clayton's Utah Jazz.
hey,
Yeah.
So I own a
play
legend.
the Knicks next tonight.
I wish I could go. That would be pretty fun, but unfortunately,
Jazz are
unfortunately,
playing,
I
Jazz
have to,
playing the Knicks tonight.
Just cheering the one guy
I
on the
have to-
Jazz
I
instead
have
of the
to-
Knicks.
I'm like, I have to do a game with this guy to my right.
Hey, well,
But
I will say that reminds me of when I went to a Knicks Wolves game a couple years ago.
he gets muted because we have more stuff to talk about.
One guy was just wearing a Nas Reed jersey, and he was literally only rooting for Nas Reed. Carry on.
Yes.
That's
So
awesome.
what's been interesting is that while the Jets have been winning, the Buffalo Bills
Oh,
they're doing things.
They're doing
Here we go.
things.
Chase, chat. It's your favorite time because I've gotten messages about this for the last 2 weeks. Like every week we've done this part, and Chase Caridi has popped off about the Bills, and it's been priceless.
Welcome back to
Appreciate it.
Inside the
Welcome-
Mafia.
yeah,
with
welcome-
Chase Caridi.
Yes, it is. It's time for a mafia talk with Chase Caridi, who your Bills. What the Brandon Cooks?
What are they?
Darius Slay? What is this? 2016?
well, listen, I think,
2020?
and I'm
I
glad
don't
you bring, please, 2020, not even good. Not even close to being good around that. No, I'm glad you bring up Darius Slay because I was actually just recently reading all the stuff that was going down with Darius Slay, leaving now the Steelers, picked up on waivers by the Bills, and then not reporting to Buffalo. And as a result, they had cut one of their corners, Jamarcus Ingram, the Bills did, and he was quite swiftly picked up on waivers by the Houston Texans. Now, I'm not saying that there's any time some kind of big time move or what a blunder by the team, but it goes to show, I think, kind of symbolically the way that the Bills have been. You get your big win against Pittsburgh and you think, okay, now it's time to bolster. Now it's time to get better. And then the player that you do get, he ends up not even showing up. And it makes you really realize, yeah, this roster is not good. The players and this whole team as a whole really doesn't feel like a well-gelled unit that is trying to put forward their best effort. They had that loss on Thursday night a few weeks back against Houston, which, as much as I wish the best for old H-Town,
Josh Allen got
not fun.
buried in that
Yeah,
game.
sacked 8 times. Not fun.
The hook and ladder was cool
You don't
though.
want to talk about 2021, 2022, relying on guys like Gabe Davis to try to put some juice back into this
4
offense.
touchdowns in one
That's what they
playoff
do.
game.
Hey, who could forget 13 seconds? Not even a fun memory.
Sorry, man.
But listen, you want to talk about this week? Big win against the Steelers. Getting that old man Aaron Rodgers out of the game. Mason Rudolph, who is a terrible performance. Listen, guys, I think we just have to believe Buffalo. It's a team of destiny. Some are saying, big time win.
Destiny to lose in the first round?
And this is
or-
why you're.
Hey,
This is
Or
why.
is it their destiny to be the first team out of the playoffs?
hey, at
possibly?
least
'Cause
we're
losing-
in the playoffs projected right now.
And
Okay,
this
in
is
the
why-
hunt is the Kansas City
And this
Chiefs.
is
all right,
why Chase's fantasy team name in our Iona league is Buffalo all the way. This
all
time.
the way this time.
Or is that
This-
actually your name?
Yes,
Cincy,
look,
Not a chance.
Buffalo
Cincinnati,
all the way this
big
time.
win. New England, we're getting our win back. Cleveland, joke.
Well, hold on.
Philadelphia, terrible. And the Jets, You're gonna miss it, dude. You're gonna hate when the Jets. Oh, we're gonna take them down. bro.
We're flying into
We're gonna take
Buffalo.
'em
We're flying into play them,
down.
and we're
Flying
beating.
into Buffalo to get absolutely.
Nah, you're
32.
done. You're
When was the
done.
last time we beat Buffalo away?
Winning out.
Been a long time.
Been a while. Every time I go to MetLife, the Bills lose. So
Here's what I will
that
say,
sucks.
Chase, because to piggyback a little bit off the Bills thing, to now tell you from the other side, the Steelers, man. Oh my God. They are an organization that is just filled with cancer.
See, what JJ doesn't understand is that Basil, myself, and pretty much everyone else in the world has known this for the last 2 months now, and yet you continue to say that.
No, I've known this for the last
No.
5 years.
But you still
you
picked
said
them.
they were hot. You said they were
They were
looking
hot.
pretty good to start out that season.
Nah,
They weren't.
Chad. They look ice cold. Like, come
Nah,
on.
they're
Now.
How did the Ravens end up back in the division lead?
It's called
Easy
I'll
schedule.
explain.
Easy
No,
schedule.
Wrong. 2 reasons. Everyone sucks.
Yeah.
That's also correct.
Lamar Jackson.
But he's been terrible the last
The
few
Bengals
weeks.
still have a shot to win this division.
The
Yeah, that's
Bengals
true.
might actually sneak it in, bro.
Dude, we know they're not winning it.
They
We
might.
know they're not.
Well, all we
winning
know
it.
is that Cleveland's not winning it. Everything else is on the
Yeah,
table.
But like, come on, no one can trust that Bengals defense.
To make matters worse,
bro,
by
they
the way,
couldn't stop a prep team.
that is
like
true.
A
But they
JV
stopped
prep
the
team.
Ravens. Like, that
It's
doesn't
the
make-
weird. That was the weird Thanksgiving game.
What I will say though is
Every year we
Chase,
have
Zay
one of
Flowers
those.
got,
games.
like,
here's
a
the
point, like
craziest
0.1
thing
points.
about the Steelers
Crazy.
game that no
Say
one
it
is
again?
talking about.
Zay Flowers got like 0.1 points in that game.
Oh hell
Yeah, because he had
It's like one catch was a fumble.
Yeah, and to bring this up because I'm very surprised they did this. I would have never, and I've been following the Steelers for a while now. This is basically like my Texans or Chase's Texans, me as the Steelers. They booed Renegade. Do you know how down bad the Steelers fans have to be to boo Renegade?
It's kind of nuts.
They haven't done it in years. They're at the point where they might honestly fire Tomlin. If they go under 500, I think Tomlin's out.
Hey,
mean, he should've been out for
he's linked to Penn
years.
State.
Should have been out in
so, like,
2018. They should have
for
fired him after
sure.
that season. Started, I believe, 7-2-1, and then absolutely crapped
They-
the
Well, they
bed.
were like 11-0.
They were 11.
and- That was
they were
wor-
11-0, and they were.
Yeah, but 2018
And then
was
they
wor-
lost to 2-win Washington.
and then they got
Washington football
absolutely
team. Never forget.
yeah,
WST.
all hail the
8-9 and made the playoffs.
no
I
7
think-
no 7 and
Seven.
7 and 9
7-9.
7 and
7
9
and 9.
won the division.
I think it was
Oh,
before
yeah.
they got to 17.
The Giants accused
Super
the
tank
the
division.
Giants
Almost beat
accused
Bucs
the
in wild
Eagle
card.
the Giants
What a
accused the
season,
Eagles
man.
of tanking because it was that bad. They started
What a
Nate
season.
Sudfeld.
Oh man.
To make matters
Shout out
worse,
Nate Sudfeld for no reason.
I'm pretty sure it was
at all.
Nate Sudfeld.
Yeah, it
to
was
make
Nate
matters
Sudfeld.
worse
First wasn't even
about the
quarterback
whole
yet.
Steelers thing, the 2018 team was much worse because you had Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, Ben Roethlisberger. You had all this talent. You, I believe, were 7-2. They had a 97% chance of making it. They lost to the Broncos. Specifically, I believe it was either Drew Lock or Trevor Simeon's Broncos. You then lost to the
Trevor Siemian.
Chargers after
Probably
blowing a
Drew Lock.
23-7 lead. It was,
It was
28.
2019, so I think Trevor Simeon.
I
Must
don't
have
even.
Or was
been.
it Case Keenum?
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum.
2018 Broncos, baby.
Case Keenum for the 20.
We love Case Keenum.
Post Manning
Specifically,
era
they
before Bo
lost
Nix was
to-
insane.
Specifically, they lost to Philip Lindsay's. Is what they were. The Philip Lindsay's.
yeah.
Broncos country. Still
not-
bad.
Country,
We're
let's
not-
lose.
we're not there yet.
Keep going.
Then they lost to the Chargers,
What a game.
who blew it. They were up 23-7, lost to a Charge team that was completely banged up to hell and back. And then the magnum opus was when they went to Oakland and lost to the 2-win Raiders.
Good.
And guess what happened the next week? They beat New England.
Great.
And then they lost to the Saints.
Yes, they did.
And then that was the end of their season. They then got rid of Le'Veon Bell. They traded Antonio Brown,
Where'd Le'Veon go?
the Jets.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
And
He
then
played one season.
not even did he even play a game for them?
Yes.
Hey, but 2019 season. Sam Darnold,
He
Le'Veon
played, he
Bell.
played the first year, then got traded the second season.
You remember how nasty that team was?
Oh my God.
Remember that win against the Cowboys like 5 years ago?
Robbie Anderson.
Oh no.
Chosen.
Robbie Chosen. We had who else was on that
Jamison
team?
Crowder.
Was
Jamison
Quincy
Crowder.
Nunwell on that team?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
was.
was, he
I
was.
met Quincy Anunua
We-
and
was
Robbie
Tyler
Anderson.
Croft. Them boys.
No, he was not on that team.
Oh,
No, wasn't
that
that
was
Ty Montgomery?
Ty Johnson was our running back one, I think.
no, that was Bilal Powell.
No, the year before was Bilal Powell. Okay, so here's what I think was on that team, just for finish off. So our quarterback would be Sam Darnold.
I don't know how we got
Because I don't know how he got here. Either. Sam Darnold. Actually, no, Ty Johnson would be
Is
later.
that 2019?
Was that mono season?
What?
Was that the season you got
Yes.
mono?
His first game was the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my god. What a season, man.
Dude, yeah, what a weird year 2019 was.
That's awesome.
The Jets.
2025 might go down as one of the weirdest years in the history of the NFL
Oh, bro,
because
you've seen
nothing makes any sense.
Super tank division.
The
is like,
Chicago Bears are the 1 seed in the NFC.
you know,
As they should.
you know what?
What a team.
Hold on. Where's the button? We're going to the Chicago Bears. We got to talk about
We
the
have
Chicago
to talk
Bears.
about the Bears, man.
The Bears,
Good, better, best.
the Bears are back.
Good,
They
better.
are officially back.
Good, better, best.
And I am terrified of that. I can officially call them a real team now
yeah.
because they went out and beat the fraudulent
They didn't just beat them.
Philadelphia Eagles.
They silenced. I mean, the link was showering them with boos the whole game.
The draw started, so we will be following.
Let us know who USA plays. Anyway,
Where's Gianni Infantino?
they didn't just fly. I mean, Chase, they ran the Eagles off the field. I mean, shout out to DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monunga, Rutgers legend. By
Oh
the
my
way.
Correct.
God, Kyle Monunga. I actually last year.
What a revelation
They were-
he's
they
been
were
for
a
the
great
Bears.
tandem of a running game for Chicago.
It's like talk about that Bears team, Chase, because they've been. I mean, they're 9-3, one of the best teams in the NFC. Like
Listen,
And-
it is.
after the start they had as well, they've won 9 of 10.
Mhm.
They're on fire.
Yeah, they've been a very interesting team to watch. I myself, being a Caleb Williams fantasy owner, do not always see the benefit of that because he is usually not the reason that they're winning these games. But again, he hasn't been like a major downturn for them either. He has been playing a serviceable quarterback, doing the job of a team that is run first, really strong there. They've got wide receiver weapons to go to in their offense, and the defense has been really good with turnovers. I don't know how much that will stick, moving forward. Obviously, I think there are more teams that I think are more well-rounded when you talk playoffs in terms of a one-game sample. Obviously, the Rams, think of the Seahawks, and a couple, even the other teams in the NFC North. I mean, if the Lions can even, get back to where things need to be.
Last night was a starting point, though.
It was. Shout out Jahmyr Gibbs. You're a legend. But again, I think this Bears team, they're obviously, I think, the most fun or most surprising revelation. I think I remember back in the first couple of weeks when we were doing this show is of the surprising teams to kind of start out early was the Bears and what they did. And then they had a bit of a downturn immediately after that, kind of still early in the season. But as you've said, have been on an absolute heater, coming out now here in December, still being one of the top teams in the league. And people are going to have to look at them and really try to break down what they are going to be, especially when we get closer to the postseason. So I'm really excited to see what they could do. And obviously they've shown what they could do against stronger opponents like the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
By the way, weird fact, because I was just watching the draw. I don't know how people feel about this one. Trump is part of the draw.
That's
now.
fine. Who cares?
It's a lot of
I mean,
like
it's
I don't even
America.
know who half of these people are, and then there's like Jonathan Infantino welcoming Donald
Who
Trump. So, like,
cares?
he's doing the pot 2 draw.
That's
so
cool.
he could possibly
Very,
draw
very
the U.S.
cool.
like. Well, I don't know. What
That
the
would be
easiest-
so
like
funny if
Switzerland, like-
Trump drew the U.S.
well, Trump's can't draw the U.S. because we're in pot 1, dude.
Fair enough. I don't know.
Know the rules.
I don't know how it works. I don't care.
Ball
So what's
knowledge,
weird
am I
was
right?
I got to talk about this. The article that came out yesterday was the people doing the draw were like Aaron Judge, Wayne Gretzky,
What?
Shaquille O'Neal apparently, but that was
Nice.
posted by Gianni Infantino, and they're not there.
Hmm.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is happening.
A lot of
Oh, no, I
clickbait,
think they just
Sam.
welcomed the. Oh, I know what's going on. Never mind. But yeah, the draw is about to start. I think it's actually I think have all the government leaders from the country, so that's why. That's
Cool,
going on.
man.
I think that's pretty awesome because it's for those who do not know or who have not paid attention to this at all. The FIFA World Cup is being hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico, which is pretty awesome. The opening match being in Mexico this June.
Should have just been in the U.S.
Final
but it is
other
what it is.
results that you might need to care about.
H-Town.
The Texans did win again.
Yeah, they did.
Back in we're talking about last week's matchups because that's what you really need to
I
care
do
about.
need to bring up the fact that the referees in that game were awful. The Texans, by the way,
No,
can we
they-
talk about this for a
That's
second?
calls.
Kyrie Fairbairn missed an extra point,
Yes.
yet they somehow gave it to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even the most embarrassing moment that happened to a kicker that weekend.
Yes, that's true.
Well,
Other results
Jesus,
you need to
forgot
care
about
about. The Vikings are not them.
Max
Yo,
Brosmer,
what
man.
was that?
What a
What
performance.
was
The
that?
greatest throw of all
Oh,
time.
man.
Zach
If we
Wilson.
could throw it on the screen, we would.
Zach
Oh, my
Wilson.
goodness.
We need to get a projector screen to like
Just
put
for that play alone.
65
And the young
likes. I'll
Waco.
consider it. 65 likes.
Yeah.
Now hit that like button. For real.
get us 60 more subs.
Other games you might need to
Dolphins
care
continue to
about.
ruin their tank.
I mean, yeah, but the games that you need to focus on is that the
Sorry.
AFC West, besides the Chiefs, don't lose. I don't know what this is about.
The
You know,
Broncos.
the Chargers and the
How
Broncos.
do they keep getting away with this?
So what's crazy is that the Chargers saw Justin Herbert get hurt, get surgery, and he's coming back already.
Voodoo Magic.
Is he trying
and-
to copy Amon-Ra St. Brown? What is
Basically.
this?
Well, hold
trying.
on, Chase. You said, how did the Broncos keep doing this?
They just do. I
Guess
give up
there's
on that.
only one explanation.
I give up on it.
They're the Chiefs of last year.
Yeah, I guess.
We're just waiting for them to win off a blocked field goal. That would be
Sure,
the
sure.
cherry on top.
I mean, they
Didn't block the Broncos this year.
Oh my god, very true.
Got scared. Had deja vu. Crazy.
Yeah.
But
What a game by the Washington Commanders, by the way.
They still lost.
Mario Ta,
No,
Mariota.
incredible
Yeah,
performance.
Mariota was pretty good, but you know who else liked to lose this week? The New York Giants.
Well, that's not a big surprise.
But
Whoa,
you know how
whoa,
they
whoa.
did it? You know,
Domination.
let me explain. Hold it down. You know, everyone was talking about how, like, everyone was picking the Giants for some reason
I
in
wasn't.
the news on Monday.
Oh,
What
people
was
were
that
ta-
about?
people were
I
talking
did
about
not fall for
Don't
that.
know why.
Trap game, I did
so
not
the
fall.
Giants went out and were down multiple scores in the first quarter, and then had the most humiliating moment of the season. I would show that on the screen.
I'll
instead
tell
of
you
the
what, the
interception.
Giants have now had
It was a
back to
Young
back.
Wei coup. If you haven't seen it, go see. It's on Twitter. It's on Instagram.
We won't
it's on
say
Facebook.
what happened.
It's on MySpace.
And his
You
interview's even
find
It's
weirder
it
on
talking about it.
Mixler. It's everywhere.
on Mixler. It's an audio platform.
They'd find a way to put it on Mixler.
That is true.
It was that
On
fun.
Mixler, we'll
So
talk
the
about
Giants
it later.
have now
Yeah.
had for 2 years in a row the most humiliating play of the NFL season, and
What
they
was last
both
year?
happened
What
on
was
Monday.
last year?
The Giants are facing the Steelers. They went for a 2-point play. I'm just gonna pull.
I was gonna say.
What
Doesn't
did
feel
they-
like the most
what-
humiliating
What did
kind
they
of us
run?
can
What did they
remember.
run? The triple option? Like what?
Just watch.
Okay, what do we got?
All right.
Film session with JJ.
Film
Here we
Session
go.
with JJ.
We are
Alright.
so sorry,
Oh,
audience.
look! Bring the camera.
Oh, yo, I don't even remember this.
Can we show the
What?
screen? Show the
Yeah.
screen.
All right.
please.
Show it to
So-
us a
Right in
little bit.
front.
I'm gonna step in front right here.
Okay, JJ's gonna break down the film. We have.
We're going to
Hold on.
attempt
Hold
to
on.
break this down.
Before we start this, we do have a lot of time left on the show because there's no one after us. So
Great.
JJ is actually going to take Chase's mic for this. So we're going to move this around, and JJ is going to break this down for us. Here you go.
I'm gonna try.
So go around. Here you go.
I'm gonna try.
Break it. And Chase
Okay.
gets to hang out with me.
This right here is the most humiliating 2-point conversion I have seen probably in my entire lifetime. So let's break this down for us, shall we?
You get 2 minutes for this, by the way.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, so make sure you're not in the camp, like blocking me.
Not blocked.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the Giants are trailing by, I believe it was by 8 points, if I'm not mistaken. This was the first touchdown they had scored in 24 drives. They're down 15-23 with 11:07 to go in the fourth quarter. Tyrone Tracy just scored. They come out with 5 offensive linemen on the left side. Jermaine Illuminor, Evan Neal, Malik Neighbors is in the backfield. They've got 3 offensive linemen on the one side, and then Darius Slayton is all the way on the right. They snap the ball to Russell Wilson. They try to throw it to Malik Neighbors, and it gets blown up. The more you look at this play, the worse it gets. So I'm going to slow this down for you because you have to see this in slow motion. I'm trying to get this under 2 minutes, I promise you. So you have a minute left.
Yeah,
Perfect.
48
That's
seconds.
all I need is a minute. And it is loading because this is Iona University Wi-Fi. Anyway,
This in the Wi-Fi is crazy.
kind of have to. It's been very bad. So they snap it to Russell Wilson. Nobody is blocking Alex Highsmith, as you can see right here. And then once they give it to Neighbors, then the linemen start to block. When it's 5 seconds after the play, it's over.
It was not it. It was not it.
I'm gonna play it one more time. Also, why did you just run an inside slant to Darius Slayton? Wide open.
Yeah.
There are 5 Pittsburghs. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 Steelers on this play, and they waited until after Neighbors drops the ball and then start to block. That, my friends, is the worst 2-point conversion attempt I have ever seen.
We'll be right back on WIUR. It's time for our last slate of picks. You'll hear from us on our terrible selections, as always, when we return on WIUR, the Iona University Radio Network.
Untouchable, unstoppable.
This is WIUR Sports Radio.
Hi, I'm Robbie Basil, president of WIUR Radio, and I hope you're enjoying today's show. Have you ever wanted to call the biggest games, the biggest moments for the biggest names for Iona athletics? Then the newly founded WIUR Sports Radio is the place to be. Launched in January of 2025, our goal is to try and get broadcasters here at Iona an opportunity to learn, succeed, and get a chance to be on air. From getting to call the big moments at the hack,
Dinkins trying to go to the rack. Denied! Denied! Yafet Mundi with
to seeing the crack of the bat at City Park.
the line drive into left field, around third, and it kicks away. The Gales are going to win it in 10.
We make those moments happen on our brand new WIUR sports radio platform on Mixer. If you're interested, feel free to reach out to me via email or to the rest of my e-board to join the club. We are WIUR Sports Radio, the new home of Iona Athletics. Now, back to the show on WIUR, Iona University Radio. Welcome back to the worst picks of all time. And that's the way we're going to open up the final segment.
We're
of
about
the
as
final show
poor
semester.
as Charles Barkley is at who he played for when it comes to pick'ems.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. My God.
Nice.
So anyway,
So yeah, let's pick some games, shall we? We got five games today
Per
to
usual.
see who sucks at this the
We're
most.
in week 14 already.
We are in week 14.
and we will not see you guys potentially till after the conference championship.
That's the one part that sucks about this. And I'll address this now, So we are actually the last show of the semester. We are the last ones.
Wow.
We're the real ones at the end of the
ending
day.
it with a bang.
Ending it with a bang.
Yes.
We got the best segment of all, I believe, of all the shows. This part, because it's always total madness.
because we're so bad at it.
That too.
I'm pretty sure all of us have won this, I think, only once. I won it once.
I
you
haven't won it yet.
No, you did.
There's no chat. Did I win one of these?
You had the you
There's
you
some
also
more.
have the worst all-time record of 1-5. You should have went 0-6, but talk about that.
No, don't get close.
So good. I'm too nice at this. I get it.
That was more impressive than getting them right.
It really is more impressive to get these wrong.
Thanks, dude.
What
I
I will say-
appreciate
but
that.
yeah, it's
I appreciate that.
booth review episodes over Zoom.
So I'll just run this down now. We are gone for a month.
Dunzo.
A month. It's gonna feel like more. It's actually 5 weeks, I believe, is what the whole ordeal is. So whether you're traveling or whether you're just studying for finals, whether you're just sitting on a couch, we will be back.
Promise.
Late January 2026. WIUR as a club will be back. So I actually don't get to unlock this studio for 6 weeks, which is kind of crazy. Wow. So 5 or 6 weeks, or maybe even 7 weeks. I don't know.
Possible.
It's very possible. So I want to say thank you all for those who have tuned into our show so far or tuned into the other shows. Thanks to these two and my over almost 60 other members of our club.
And a
It's been
big shout out
unbelievable.
to our guy Chase Caridi for making it onto the e-board as the
Yes, he
new
did.
station.
Let's get an
manager.
applause for Chase
Yeah.
Caridi, everybody.
Thank you
What
very
is
much.
the role they gave you?
He got station manager, so he'll be working with us, scheduling all of our shows. So you will actually probably hear from him first when our show is for next semester, because we actually will be probably. That's actually, I think, the first show we're going to schedule is that. But Chase,
Please do.
I will help run
I wanna
this
hop back in
studio with
this.
me. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to have him join me. But let's actually one other final note. So yeah, all of these. So Iona reopens, I think, on January 12th.
You're literally getting a State
And
of the Union address from the
It
president.
was supposed to be
right
the
now.
last segment, but we'll save it for the last segment. Because we have this and then
We
my
do.
presidential part.
Let's
and then we're
jump
done.
to
All right,
utter
pick
incompetence.
time.
Utter
Let's,
incompetence.
And while I wish we could pick the Jets and the Dolphins, or the greatest game of all time, the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. we don't-
Tank Bull.
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
Or we could pick the Bengals and the Bills. We don't got time for all that because we got to pick the actual good games this week. Sorry, Chase. That starts with the two teams. I think the two teams we hate the most on this show, the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts.
Whoa, who hates the Colts?
Because I've picked them wrong
I
twice.
mean, I've told them to beat the
I'm
Chiefs.
one
We
and
know who
two.
you hate.
Texans?
No, the Jaguars.
I also hate the
I
Texans.
think you just hate
Jaguar-
the AFC South.
Yes,
man.
I do.
Jaguars are
The most
literally the
unpredictable,
Jaguars are your
stupid division in the
kryptonite.
football
So
sports.
who am I picking this time? Am I going to learn my lesson or am I not going to learn my lesson? I am
Nope.
going to learn my lesson. I'm picking Jacksonville.
Come
and
on.
My reason for that is simple. Indianapolis has actually been pretty terrible on the road record-wise. They're 2-3 on the road. Daniel Jones has not looked as good as he was
The
in the
man
beginning of the
basically put on a
season.
broken leg.
And at the end of the day, I trust this Jacksonville team more. Yes, the Colts are the favorite to win this game. I don't know how because they're playing in Jacksonville. The Jags have been pretty good at home this season. It's going to be a barn burner. I'm intrigued to see how the run game goes, mainly for Jacksonville, because Travis Etienne, I mean, have they really even used him?
Byshell Tootin has been. the guy.
Byshell Tootin, who's I think is going to be their RB1
You
this
called me
week.
crazy when I picked him up. I told you I knew
I know.
something you didn't.
That's
The
Jags
part I'm worried
offense.
about is the passing game for Jacksonville. Their leading receiver has under 500 yards for Jacksonville. So, yes, they distribute the ball a lot, but can they be more efficient? Can they get a true receiver involved? I've liked the usage of the last 2 weeks of Brenton Strange.
Yes,
I think he's been excellent. I think he's been a great fantasy football pickup for multiple people off the
he's
waiver
really
wire.
good.
Mhm.
I
think he-
drafted him.
and then you cut him and gave him I got him.
No, not in that league. In a
In
different
the other league. Fair enough. So I am going with Jacksonville. I think it's going to be a big day for Brenton Strange. Over 100
Chase.
yards because the Colts have struggled to mark tight ends.
Yes, they have.
Yes, they have. And overall, I will also be taking the Jaguars just because the Colts, I mean, they thought they had, in addition in Sauce Gardner at the trade deadline, they
They
could
got
move forward
hurt.
with. And he got hurt. And also just, as you've said, with guys like, well, that's dead. With guys like Daniel Jones not playing to the skill that he did to start of the season. Jonathan Taylor, obviously the piece that continues to move this offense forward. But in a team in Jacksonville that they've been fighting with in that division for throughout the entire season, it's really come down to those two, although Texans are waiting on you guys. I am going to go with the Jaguars just because I have a little bit more faith in them right now and how they're moving, and we'll continue to play well with a win here.
So I could not have been more wrong about the Jaguars if I tried to in my preseason rankings when I had them going 6-11. Not my greatest take.
That's crazy.
They already have 8 wins, but it is what it is. There's only one reason I'm taking the Jaguars, and it's not the fact that they've been playing hot, and it's not the fact that the Colts have been are struggling on the road. The game is in Jacksonville. The Colts have not won in Jacksonville since 2014. Yet, if there was going to be a year for them to do it, it would be this year because all 3 of us took the Jaguars.
Yeah, Colts
Oh,
are
This
winning.
would be the
Colts
year
are
for the
winning.
Colts
Colts
are winning in
to do it.
Jacksonville this year. Shoot.
JJ's fault, obviously.
No, it's your fault. You're not supposed to take the
Moving on,
Jaguars.
next matchup.
Next matchup. We talked a lot of crap about the AFC North earlier, didn't we?
brother.
And we're going back there again.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
brother.
It's time to pick an Aaron Rodgers
Steelers,
game
Ravens.
again.
Oh, my
Oh, God.
Lord.
It's the AFC North. The winner gets the lead of the AFC
The
North.
best
It's
rivalry in
the
the
Steelers and the
NFL.
Baltimore Ravens.
Best rivalry.
They're like two of the worst teams.
It's still the best rivalry in the league.
Okay,
okay.
here is my question.
That or Bears Packers.
Will he learn? You're first. Who do
see.
you got?
Let's see.
Oh, if there is one thing that I have learned is that the Steelers have been death to the Ravens. But that being said,
Uh-oh, here we go.
there's no way Lamar Jackson has 4 bad weeks in a row. I'm going with the Ravens.
He's done it. Let's go.
Mm.
He did it. He didn't pick the
These guys
Steelers.
learning from their mistakes.
So I should
Admitting
pick
to them
we
too.
should pick the Steelers then, right?
I mean, we should, but I feel like I'd get sick to my stomach choosing the Pittsburgh Steelers to win a football game.
Okay, here's my question. How I actually have not looked at this game enough because I've had other things.
Is Lamar healthy?
No.
Oh, well,
I'm picking the Steelers because Lamar might not even play.
Oh,
Also, the
shoot.
Steelers actually can kind of stop the run.
Steelers have
And
literally
I want to
been-
pick the Steelers because he's not picking
there's
them.
like one thing good. about
After
them.
seeing what Derrick Henry did to them in the playoffs last year, I gotta go with the
Lamar
Ravens.
is questionable with ankle problems.
Derrick Henry
Nate
game.
Wiggins is out probably.
Mm.
So
What about Rodgers though?
he's not on the injury report.
Wow.
He's not learned he's learned his lesson, and he's still going to be wrong. I'm going Steelers because they actually have a healthy quarterback.
They do have a healthy quarterback.
But do they
But
have a
again,
defense?
They don't, and they also can't throw to anyone. And the running backs also aren't.
That is
great.
true. The running
entire
backs have-
team's not that good. Lamar might not play though.
Pretty sure they're
this might be
leading-
the toughest choice I've had to make.
I'm pretty sure their leading receiver last week, no joke. I think it was Kenneth Gainwell.
No, he made a
no,
insane-
it was not. It was definitely not because he's on my team.
He did make a sensational catch against the Bills.
He
though.
did
He
make a great
did,
catch.
but like
Better than
he's-
Puka Nacua, some are saying.
Okay.
Their
God.
leading receiver was Darnell Washington.
Oh yeah, he like trucked 3 Bills players.
Second straight.
It's not allowed to be. No, football players not allowed to be that big man and be a receiving
James
target.
Cook was
That's
the
not
leading
cool.
receiver for the Bills.
Yeah, I know. They
Yeah.
had like 30 yards.
Jackson also
Alright.
1 catch for 10.
What do
no,
you
I got this. I got the Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens.
Wow.
I have to.
All right, next game. We gotta move right along because I actually have somewhere to be. Next game. Why is it not loading? We are going to the 4:00 slate.
Oh, brother.
It is the game that I've been waiting to pick for so long because
Oh,
we've been
man.
so wrong about both of these teams.
What's wrong
all
about the second
season.
team?
It's the Bears
Oh, Bears.
Mm.
against the Packers.
Go, Pack, go.
Mm.
Go Pack, go.
Could this
Taking on the
potentially
meme.
reignite the NFL's oldest rivalry? Now that both these guys have been playing, by the way, back when they did the NFL 100 intro, I thought it was so cool that they had Betty White doing it because she was literally one of the only people alive to watch both of these teams play for the first time.
May she rest in peace.
Shout out the absolute legend, Betty White, the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Awesome show.
So my question for this game is that the receiving inconsistency of the Bears is going to be a problem. However, we don't know who the Packers running back is going to be again.
Ooh.
Emmanuel Wilson again.
It's been
Josh
pretty-
Jacobs is
it's been
questionable.
pretty nice.
I
in a
didn't
couple
cut
of
Emmanuel
spot
Wilson.
starts.
So what are we looking out for? So the injuries, I will pick that up in a second. We have possibly no Roma Dunze, who's been pretty crap the last couple
Don't
of
I
weeks.
know it?
And possibly no Kyle Manungai.
Ooh.
So it's only
Hmm.
DeAndre Swift. Taking on a team that has obviously no Jaden Reed. Dontavian Wicks is now apparently injured. So Packers might not have a receiver. This game's going to be bad. I think it's going to be all ground and pound. But I also think that there's going to be a touchdown and the game-winning touchdown for Romeo Dobbs. Give me the Green Bay Packers. Chase?
I like that pick. I like that pick a lot. I mean, simply put, it's Toyota-thon, boys. Jordan Love.
Oh my
Toyota.
God.
A movie. And also, against NFC North opponents, they have been playing well. And overall, I just think as a team, I feel like I could rely on them more to actually execute on the big-time plays when it matters most. Chicago, as we've said, have been a fun team, experimenting with things. The first year of the Ben Johnson era has been a success so far, but I am going to go with the Packers to get back the lead.
Pardon the interruption. We have breaking news.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
The Penn State Nittany Lions
Have hired
Whoa,
Matt
Matt
Campbell
Campbell.
as their head coach. So they somehow got worse.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
There's not much they had to pick from.
You could have hired Satake. Drop the
Nah.
ball on that one. You maybe shouldn't have fired Franklin because if that's your replacement,
Wow.
you really went downhill.
I
Penn-
actually like this move.
Might as well
Penn
try
State is
something new.
Penn
They
State
were
is
in a-
only helping their
they were in a
case for the
terrible
locality
spot.
here.
I kind of like it.
The
you
AD
know?
completely sabotaged.
I kind of like the move.
It's something different.
This is where
something
this is
different.
where Chase
Iowa
is.
State have been pretty. I mean, a couple of years ago they were really solid. I mean, they're a team that consistently competed for a Big 12 title. Now at the expanded Big 12, they haven't been as great.
Crap the bed this
But
year. Simple as
I'm
that.
intrigued to see how a new look Penn State will be with it with a head coach like Matt Campbell.
6-6. Moving on.
I'm kind of intrigued by it, Chase. What do you think?
He doesn't know much about college football, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I don't. But I mean, I've seen throughout the year Penn State has had multiple losses that just have been absolutely abysmal. So I think they obviously need some new face in there, and pretty much anyone besides Franklin, because what they've been doing for the last years is not great.
I do think Franklin's
So
gonna
I
have a
think they need
great
something new.
tenure in Blacksburg, but we'll see how
We'll
that
see how that goes at Virginia Tech.
Back to the
let's
Bears
see
Packers.
if JJ can actually pick this game right. Let's figure it
Okay,
out.
so if there's
Just pick the game.
There's
man.
one thing I've learned over the last God knows how long of my life. The Chicago Bears have one kryptonite, and that kryptonite is the Green Bay Packers. Like Chase said, it's Toyota-thon. Packers got a huge win against the Lions, so I'm going with Green Bay on this one.
All right.
Which means if you're a bettor, take the Bears money line.
All right. It's time for two teams we also don't like on this show.
Oh boy.
The Chiefs
Speak for yourself. Wait for this next team. buddy.
against
Say it.
the Houston Texans.
Let's go.
H-Town!
I'm gonna start this one off if that's okay with you
Go
guys.
right ahead.
Houston Texans, best defense in the league. Some are saying offense really finally starting to click a little bit. Getting a big time win against the Indianapolis Colts, still showing themselves in that race. Maybe not for the division, but of course they're still going to be in the hunt postseason wise. And I think again that comes with continuing to bury what is the end of the dynasty by beating the Kansas City Chiefs. Houston Texans.
Give the Chiefs an under 500 record. H-Town stand up. Texans are winning. We'll be streaming that
Big.
game on YouTube.
Okay.
Big.
will I learn my lesson on the Houston Texans?
Nope.
No, you
So-
won't.
It's the Chiefs at Arrowhead,
Come on,
man.
man.
I don't know, Chiefs. I don't know.
Daniil
You
Hunter.
might
So,
take
my
'em.
thing is, the Texans are only going to be able to throw the ball
Yeah.
because, you know,
Woody Marks just doesn't get used
he's
enough.
hurt as well. He's questionable.
Nick
Be
Chubb.
Dare
like it.
Ogunbowale.
Daria Kumbawale. Yes.
Love him, by the way. I think it's going to be third time's the charm, and I am not picking the Texans again. It is the last 2 times I believe the Texans were home, I didn't pick the Texans. So why not? So why not? Go out there and not pick the Texans again. Third time's the charm. I am picking the Chiefs, and they are going to be back. And this is
ridiculous
it's a
choice by
must-win
you.
game for both of them.
But
I trust Kansas City more. I'm picking Kansas City. Ridiculous.
You
huh?
see nothing to trust them. They lost to the Cowboys
That is
on Thanksgiving. Come on.
Finally, you want to talk about unproven teams. The Chargers, who love injuries, though they might get Amari and Hampton back, allegedly.
that'd be huge for me.
He probably won't be back.
I have no other running
Bagels.
backs.
He might not touch the ball. They are taking on a team that doesn't like to move the ball, period. The Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, the good news for the Eagles is this is going to be a Eagles home game because it is in SoFi Stadium.
The super frauds are back.
It's a fraud bowl.
It is a fraud
Yeah,
bowl. You're right.
There you go. The Chargers, they might not have a quarterback. They might not have a running back. They might not even have a defense. But what they can do is that they can kind of stop the run. I am picking the Chargers despite having 0 players healthy on their team.
That's actually wild.
That is insane.
So, I mean, yeah, you say stop the run, but like everyone's been able to stop Saquon this year. That's just kind of how it's been.
Yeah, but this is the offense under Kevin Patullo.
Philly's favorite.
You take the snap,
Correct.
you hand it off to Saquon.
They might as well be
He
clapping.
gets stopped on first down. You snap it again. You hand it to Saquon again. Tackle for a loss. But then genius play action pass.
Inside routes, 5 yards, 6
No.
yard in.
It's a deep ball that's overthrown to AJ Brown, and they punt it immediately. That's
It's
the
usually
offense.
Devontae Smith.
No, what they no, they like
Isn't
to run
AJ Brown their leading receiver the last month?
Well, yeah, yeah, the game against Black Friday against
Yeah,
the Bears.
Chicago.
He's been
That,
getting
like,
better.
Yeah, but like
Okay, so
he
or,
looks towards Smith way more.
or you could throw it to freaking Dallas Goedert, which they also don't do now.
No, I got like 4 points last week.
Yeah, great move.
But listen,
Or you can go with my favorite,
Mm.
the jet sweep that also doesn't work to Devontae Smith.
sure.
It is a mess. Their offense sucks. I don't know what's going on. It's abysmal. Saquon, why did I pick you? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that my fantasy every year my first round pick turns into a disaster.
Legitimate photos.
In the past, in one of our leagues, we had 24 people in our fantasy league, and we all picked quarterbacks in the first round. So I had the 19th pick,
That's
and I
fair.
picked Trevor Lawrence. And he sucked that
Yeah, it's
year.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it was kind of
At
bad.
that point, wait on quarterback.
He kept falling, and,
The value
and
is-
then I
He
picked him.
fell
Value
a
is
lot.
and then he cost me a playoff spot. in
Yeah,
that
makes
league.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it checks out.
So, at this point, I don't know. I don't trust any of them. Period. On this rate, Chase. But who
Did
do you got?
pick a team? I'm sorry.
You have not.
I picked the Chargers.
Yeah,
Okay,
pick the Chargers.
okay, nice,
Chase,
nice.
go.
Chargers. I talked for
Me-
too long. Chargers, go.
I'm going with the Eagles. You might have just broken down how they have a terrible offense, but I don't care. They've got talent, and that's enough to beat a team in the
Team
Chargers that is incredibly hurt, and I also don't trust in that AFC West. So I'm going with the
Philadelphia Eagles have not lost a game in Los Angeles in almost a decade. For the Chargers or the Rams, it's going to be nothing but Eagles fans in SoFi Stadium. Give me the Birds.
All right. Well,
Great.
That will conclude this part, but I will talk about the club stuff again. Unfortunately, we will be gone for 5 to 6 weeks. While that does sound like the injury stint for Amari and Hampton, we will be
Wow.
out. Yeah, I know. 'Cause he's been out for a minute.
That's more of a Trey Benson injury stint.
Also, that's
Who is out for the season, by the way.
how did you get that better than me? And I prepared that Amari and Hampton line for a week. I forgot about Trey Benson
sometimes
because
you
he's
gotta-
been gone for a
No,
while.
that's the exact point.
Sometimes you just got to shoot from the dome.
But yeah, we will be gone for a minute. But don't worry, WIUR and everything, we're all coming back. It's
Okay.
gonna be great. Club's gonna be better than ever. We're improving everything from user experience to the content that we have to the sports broadcasting, which will continue. That part will at least continue.
You'll find out tonight.
And we actually have to listen to a game tonight.
You don't need to play the Titanic music. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's me and Titanic music can.
We don't need
all the depression songs. Like
just play
you could save it for another occasion.
Just play the Christmas music and stay in good spirits.
By the way, 20 likes before the game starts tonight. We will have a Christmas themed segment in the game for later.
I like it.
And featuring copyrighted Christmas music, which will get our game demonetized. So
we're not making any money off it anyway.
That's true. So if you want to hear Christmas music, hit the like button on the stream tonight. Chase will be there too, doing our incredible Mac and Minutes segment, which is going to be so much fun because there's so many games to talk about tonight. 14, I think. There's a lot.
Good luck.
I think it's a crazy number, but I think I looked at the all sports category.
You're gonna have to
basketball. I think there's like a good handful.
You're gonna have to speed run.
You'll have some
this.
fun with
6 or 7.
Yeah, there's a good number of games, but we'll be back.
Yes, we will.
All of us will be back.
Yes, we will.
But it will be a little. Unfortunately for you all, a little bit of a wait until you see us again. But from all of us,
we will try to catch you up to speed on the NFL.
We will.
We will do our best.
From all of us, from myself, Robbie Basil, the president of WIUR Radio, my entire e-board, and my entire group of incredible general members, we will wish you all a happy and great and fun holiday season. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. For JJ Segalo, Chase Caridi, I'm Robbie Basil saying so long. Enjoy the rest of 2025. We'll see you in January of 2026 as you've been listening to the Booth Reviews Fall Finale on WIUR, the Iona University Radio Network.
Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio.